Hey guys, welcome to Watson Wednesday, episode 18. Roger Buckley, your host here, Burt Watson Chevrolet Buick. What I'm showing you guys is this is coming off a 75. It's a 7-minute drive from there to our dealership. Everybody always asks, aren't you guys way out in the middle of nowhere? Well, we kind of are out in the middle of nowhere, but it's the same principle. We're only 7 minutes from the highway. The nice thing about being out in the middle of nowhere is we treat you like family. We're a small dealership, we're growing, and we still have the time to take care of everyone one-on-one. Now, as you see here, we've got a few businesses. You got your little FedEx over there, and you're out here in literally God's country. Nothing but farm fields all the way around us. Another thing you guys are going to hear about today is Jason did a little commercial for us, which is pretty nice, talking about some of the lease prices we have on Chevys and Buicks. Now, when you're coming through, as you see, you've got your Indiantown sign. There's going to be a light up here that you'll drive through. There'll be Pride and Country if you take a right, which is a nice little store. As long as you keep going, you'll run right straight into a four-way stop, which you guys will see here in a little bit, which will take you right into our Chevrolet Buick store. Another thing I want to touch on with you guys is we just did the Polar Plunge. So thanks to everyone that came out and that donated to us. We raised over our $2,000, which is what our goal was. So I want to thank everybody that came out. We did it for a great event. It was for the Special Olympics. Had a lot of fun, met a lot of people. Definitely was an experience. I don't know if you've ever jumped in that cold water before. I actually participated in it. It's quite the shock when you first hit the water, then when you get out and you had to get out and get in that warming tent. It's definitely a thrill per minute, let's just say it that way. This Airport Road here, that's another main road. Now, if you're coming from 46, if you get off the other end, it'll take you, and you can shoot down any one of these main roads, and it'll shoot you right over here to 81, which is this main drag that we're on now. Now, as I was telling you, as you can see, you got all your farm fields out here. If you've never seen them before, it's kind of nifty. Is you got the windmills over there as we start driving, and we'll get a little bit closer to them, which is kind of cool. Alternative energy, they started putting them in a few years ago. I actually grew up out this way, so I know the area pretty well. If you guys want to get something to eat before you stop by too, right when you get off the highway, there's a bunch of restaurants there as you drive in through here. And then once you actually stop at the dealership, once you go in and you go to Reese, there's a lot of smaller mom and pop shops is what I like to call them. Little restaurants where you can get some good grub at. It's a little different riding. It's kind of weird for me. So, and as usual, you got a little bit of traffic here and there. But this is that light I was telling you about. So once you get through here, that's the Pride and Country sign. It's 2.5 miles if you go off 46 to this way. And then as we keep driving straight down, sometimes you'll run into trucks, but not very often. This will shoot you right straight to that four-way stop. Now, as I was telling you, Jason was talking about some different lease prices we've got. We've got probably about 6 or 7 different models, under $200. We've also got 20% off all leftover 18 models. There's not any leasing on them anymore. I mean, maybe on a couple of them, but not 100%. I think on the Malibus you can still run a lease on, but it's mainly your buy option. So if you're looking to steal a car, we do have some 18 models left over. You can definitely take advantage of that. We also have a lot of fresh trade-ins that we just took in as well. A lot of stuff marked down. We're going to be doing a liquidation sale here coming up. You guys will learn about that. We're pretty stoked about it. We've got a lot of used car inventory, a lot of new car inventory we want to try to push out. March Madness. A little bit of bumps here or there. We're actually in a Trail Boss. This is one of the brand new Chevrolet models. And I don't, if you guys can see, you got your heated seats. You got all your little nice features up through here, your touchscreen radio. If you can't tell, it's a nice, quiet, smooth ride. And this, like I said, is one of the Trail Boss. So this actually has the aggressive tread on the tires. You've got that 3-inch lift to it. So it's real quiet. You don't have the hum like you would anticipate having that aggressive tread, which a lot of people always ask, when you go with them aggressive tires and you're a little bit higher off the ground, do you have that hum noise when you drive down the road? And these newer trucks, it's not. And with the Trail Boss, a lot of people ask about being lifted up, as if we did that. It actually comes from the factory that way. So it doesn't avoid any of your factory warranties. It still is completely backed by GM. This is Knight Road here. So as you can tell, we're actually within a couple miles of the dealership, not too far away. And like I was telling you, nothing but farm fields around you. Them are them windmills we're getting a little bit closer to. And I'll tell you, if you've never seen one up close and personal, man, them things are huge. You see the trucks around this area bringing them in, bringing in the propellers. I'll tell you, my heart goes out to them guys. It takes some serious talent to be able to drive with one of them propellers on the back of them trucks. No way I'd be able to ever do it. I get in a 3/4 ton to drive down the road and I start getting a little nervous in one of them bigger trucks. So if you've never been out to our store, as you can tell, it's not really that bad of a drive. I mean, we're coming off 75. I'm doing my best to keep stuff to talk about, just because of the simple fact that I don't know if you've ever had to try to do something like this live. It's a little tougher than you anticipate. I mean, you really got to find little nicks and knacks there, and you don't want to ramble on about stuff nobody cares about, which typically I do. It happens. This is Anthony by our way. This is our new guy. He just started with us. He's going to be our driver. I didn't feel comfortable trying to talk and drive at the same time. Want to be able to try to keep somebody focused on the road the best we can as the whole time through. Now, as you see here, we're coming up on the four-way stop. You can see it. You've got your little heads-up stop signs there to let you know you're almost there. One of the things you want to watch out for is, just because there's 4 lanes, is everybody stopping to make sure that you communicate. Been coming to this 4-way stop for a long time, and it always seems like you get the guy that wants to jump the gun on it, so you want to make sure everybody's paying attention to what you got going on. Then as you start seeing here, we've got our flags up on the left-hand side, and you can start seeing some of our new cars there. And then you've got our sign that tells you Caro straight ahead, which will also take you into Reese. Bay City takes you left, which is M15, and then you can go to my hometown, which is Vassar, which will take you right. You got B&B here on the corner, so if you look to the left, you've got our dealership. A couple different entrances you can take. You can either take a left here. My favorite way to do it is just to go straight. And then you can take a left coming up into here. As you can see, we've got our brand new truck sitting out there in the front. We got that beautiful Mango Tango Jeep. Real eye catcher in a snowstorm in a parking lot. Three miles from Reese. Turn right in, and as you see, we've got our sign right there. If you follow that left, it'll take you all the way into service. What I'm going to have Anthony do is take a left right here. We'll pull up right by the front doors. We've got our Traxxas laid out here for you. Regal, nice Camaro. I love that Regal. I love the fact that they came out with a hatchback like that, like the old school Woody wagons. Bam! You're at Burt Watts Chevrolet Buick. We'll go ahead and hop out, give you guys a quick walk around to this beautiful truck we just rode in. Now this is one of the trail bosses. This is Tommy D's old demo. You got the black rims, like I was telling you. It's got that aggressive tread on it. It's got the lift to it. Nice running boards all the way around. Tonneau cover. LT tow package, dual exhaust. I mean, it's just a sharp truck. And as you see, here you are at our beautiful dealership. So any questions, comments, or concerns, if you guys thought it took a little longer than anticipated, you can go ahead and try to beat our time. Again, thanks for tuning in, and hope you guys have a blessed day. Phew.